Hi guys, before we start the episode, we're going to tell you all about Patreon. If you love the podcast and want to support us, then sign up to Patreon for as little as £3 a month. You get to come into our living room, like our actual living room, where we chill and get high.
It's like an extra hour a week, innit?
Watch us get chonged on the couch.
Yeah, we've got some extras for the other tiers. You can get a members-only club card, Mild High Club prints, discounts on merch, and probably some other stuff in the future as well, innit?
Yep, lots of goodies.
But if you sign up, you'll be helping us out loads. There's £3, £5, £10 tiers.
It's really good.
So if you love the podcast and you want more from the podcast, go sign up today. Patreon.com/The Mild High Club.
And the more patrons we have, the sooner we can take over the world.
Always about taking over the world.
There's so many things I want to do, and we need your help to do them.
Go sign up now. Nice one.
Love ya. Ladies.
And gentlemen.
And in-betweens. It's time to up your vibrator game and get yourself a brand new vibrator. There's so many different things you can get these days. There's wands. They sell the Vush wand, as seen in Cardi B's music video.
Ooh. Get yourself a WAP.
There is. Yeah. Listen, it's all about that self-care. And if you do one thing to look after yourself this Christmas or going forward into the new year, get yourself some more vibrators. Fellas, look after your ladies. You know how made up she'd be to open a brand new wand?
Maybe make sure she only opens it in front of herself though, and not any children around.
Not the kids. Honestly, it'll improve your sex life. It'll improve your mental health. It relieves stress. It's self-care. Wank more. taylorstoys.co.uk.
Yep.
And the code is TMHC10 for 10% off all your vibrator needs, or just your kinky stuff like bed restraints, cock rings, so much stuff to just spice up your life.
There's even stuff you can put in your dick if that's what you're after.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't judge. There's a pair of breasts with a fanny in the middle. Go wild.
Whoa.
10% off that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Go there now.
Yeah. Taylor's Toys, TMHC10.
Good vibes only.
See you later.
Bye. What episode is it? 49?
49.
We're back.
That's my house number in Belfast.
Yeah.
Oh.
I shouldn't have said that.
I'll go find Vittorio's house.
49 Belfast.
How's it feel being here twice in 9 hours or something?
Twice. Yes, I was here for the Comedy Office.
Yeah.
Last night.
How was that?
Favorite place in the world. The Heath Business and Science.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fun.
We've got Vittorio Angelone. Arguably one of the best names in stand-up, that I think.
Yeah, it's a good name.
People have told me to change it though.
Is that MCs?
Yeah, just bad MCs who fuck it up. I have a whole bit about bad MCs getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Because I don't say it right.
How should you say it?
Vittorio Angelone.
Oh, okay. Well, that was nice.
But I can't do that.
You can.
No, be fucking insane.
It's your heritage, mate. Own it.
But you'd think I was such a dick.
Yeah, it's probably pretentious, that,
if I was like, what's the crack? And then, what's your name? Oh, Vittorio?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
see what you mean now. Yeah, man.
Because the other accent is, you've just got wild accents everywhere, haven't you?
But I don't even speak Italian, really, so
you don't know.
I said really at all.
Io vorrei questo piatto, per favore.
Fucking yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Piacere di conoscerti.
Are you proper Italian though? Well, that was
ciabatta.
Cafe Nero. That was good.
Yeah. How was your gig last night? Good.
Fucking
Nice.
great fun. There's no lights at the do you know what I mean? Like all the lights are behind you on the stage, and I always think that's because I do some quite dark stuff, and when they can't see your face. I've got quite a nice wee face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll do a bad,
a cheeky smile and that.
Oh, it wasn't that naughty of me.
Yeah.
But when they can't see, when it looks like you're telling a ghost
silhouette.
story.
Yeah. I've done gigs where it's uplit. Have you ever done one of them?
Oh, fuck them, man.
And you do literally look like you're telling ghost stories.
Isn't
It's
it mad
weird.
that's how everything used to be lit? Like footlights.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have any rigging or anything. So back
It was
in the
just all
day,
from the bottom.
it was just all
Candles.
upwards.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been to see Candlelit Theatre at the Globe in London. It's
That'd be lovely.
cool.
What did you go see?
Candelabras.
a play called Lions and Tigers, which I think has the funniest line of any show I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's about the Indian Revolution. So there's an actor who plays Gandhi, and he fucking looked like Gandhi.
Yeah.
He was in the way, like, I don't want to say nappy, but like, you know the thing.
Yeah.
Gandhi, full kit Gandhi.
Yeah. Full kit Gandhi.
And but they were going. So, but Gandhi was very much like the peaceful side of the Indian Revolution, and then the other side was a bit more fucking mad. And they were very influenced by like the IRA and the Irish Revolution and stuff,
right?
Which a lot of people don't know. Same with
in India.
Yeah. So the
why did you say it like that? India.
I don't know.
In India.
India.
But there's three at that time: the Black Civil Rights Movement in America, the Irish one, and not at that time, but around that kind of couple hundred years that were very influenced by each other the whole time.
Yeah, right.
And so the character in the violent side, it is funny. The story is basically they broke into this British building and they were like gonna kill this guy, but then they were like, if we get caught, we just shoot ourselves in the head.
Yeah.
And then it's over. And two of the guys, there's three of them. Two of them shot themselves in the head. Third guy missed.
How'd you miss?
So he clipped the side of his head.
Oh my god!
And he was fuming. But then he was
fuming. Imagine, fuck's sake! Fucking so mad at myself here.
But then he's in prison, and that's where the play comes from. He wrote all these letters in prison.
Right. Okay.
But then they executed him. And I'm like, what? Like,
it's mad.
You know what I mean? But anyway, so he's building up to it, and his mom is like trying to convince him not to go to the violent side of it, but he's got this book about Sinn Féin and the IRA, like the original Irish Revolution, and
that's what inspires him to try and start doing the thing.
Yeah, and his ma is like, oh, but you're not Sinn Féin. And the guy goes, we are the Sinn Féin of India.
That's funny. That
In the theater, I was like, oh.
Everyone else is like, what is he laughing at? That?
Oh, so funny.
Speaking of Gandhi, didn't he like used to like blue ball himself all the time
with 8-year-olds? Yeah,
he used to just lie in bed with them, just being like, "Don't touch me, dick," because he was like,
no, but he would invite young girls, to sleep in bed with him,
but not do anything.
Yeah,
and he just like dick tease
himself.
Are you calling Gandhi a paedophile?
I mean,
but it's mad because the whole point of it was like, I am so disciplined and so celibate.
Yeah,
so I want to prove that. And he kind of went, well, what's the most tempting thing I could put in my bed? A 9-year-old.
Yeah. Pretty tempting.
9.
So, like, technically, like, going to a strip club, you're kind of being like Gandhi, aren't you? In a way. Because you're sitting, like, you're not allowed to do anything. You just got to sit and have that self-discipline.
I was trying to explain this to my girlfriend recently, that I am just trying to be more like Gandhi. But she doesn't quite get on board. I've never been to a strip club.
No.
I've seen
pointless,
two,
I think. We went over this with someone. Like,
I've seen two strippers. One at my friend's 18th birthday and one at my mate's stag do.
A stripper on 18th birthday?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Really, really funny. She like gradually gets undressed and then she gets down to just her pants and everyone's like, oh man. And then
oh man,
she took off her pants and everyone was like, whoa.
This is an 18th birthday party, love.
Nobody
so funny that.
Today.
Whoa, hey, this is a family party.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
And then she just like put them back on.
Awkwardly getting
redressed. But fair play, she picked up the vibe of the room.
Read the room well. And I said,
but
not tonight.
Strippers beat the shit out of the guy whose like party it was, like with a belt and like fully the stag.
They just like humiliate them.
The stag
and all the mates are like, yeah. He cried.
cried.
That's so funny. Why? Because he was getting whipped to fuck. That's so funny.
And he also felt bad because he like loves his missus and all. And he was he felt guilty, I think. But it's so and we had to stay. He like. Right, and then like ran away through the streets of Dublin.
Yeah.
And the next thing booked on the little stag tour was like steaks at this restaurant. So like a bunch of people went to find him, and I was like, "Fuck that!" So I had like 4 steaks.
Yeah,
because they all just got
running around
in front of us, and
crying.
I was like, no,
That's
with his
funny,
mistake.
Oh, big mistake. Nice.
But there's a big... I got really annoyed around that stag and wedding. It was really fun. I really liked the guy and stuff. The best man shit himself on the stag do. And I cried at the wedding. I bawled my eyes out at the wedding.
Yeah?
Because they're like two of my best friends.
Right, okay.
And I was like, it's just so fucking nice. And everyone was ripping the absolute piss out of me at this thing. Oh my God, I've got another story from this wedding that remind me to tell it. From the train on the way there.
Okay.
And I bawled my eyes out. And what's mad is like, people made fun of me for crying at the wedding of two of my best friends way more than the guy who shit himself.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, isn't it?
That's toxic.
Like you show the motion. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're fucking not bad." What
do you get?
We're legend. Hey. Yeah, that's mad. How did he shit? Like, why did he shit himself? Was he just bladdered?
Yeah, and then he put on my pajama bottoms. I was not happy about it. And then he bought me pajama bottoms, and like, do you know when someone does that, they like ruin something that you actually really like?
Yeah,
your pajama bottoms. You're like, they're my. My safe place.
Yeah. He gets your Primark version.
Yeah, he got me like ones with emojis all over them. And I was like, fuck.
Oh, no.
Why did you have your pajama pants out with you on a stag do?
Was this at
you
the
have
wedding?
to go to bed.
Oh, okay. So where did he shit himself though?
It was at the hotel bar.
Oh, okay.
So we went back to the room that I was in as well. And then
yeah, you have to sleep. Funny one.
But the train on the way to the wedding. Let me remember this story, right? The wedding was in like Watford, and I was getting the train out from London, and I get on, and then I see these other people get on, and the guy has like a suit bag, and the girl's quite dolled up, and she's doing her makeup and on, and I was thinking, how many people are getting dolled up to go to Watford today?
Yeah.
Like they're probably going to the wedding.
Yeah,
you don't want to be like, you're going to the wedding?
Yeah, because that'd be mental, wouldn't it?
So I'm just sat further down the carriage from them, and then they're talking about who's at their table. And the guy goes, yeah, there's this guy at our table called like Angelo Valentino or something.
Yeah, who's that guy?
I was just sat there like, that's definitely me. But I just listened to them further down there. And I'm like, the chances of that not being me are so low.
Yeah.
Imagine if you turned up and it was like your name and then Angelo Valentino next to you. Yeah.
But then the girl says on the train, she goes, that's one of them names where it sounds like he's going to be really hot, but I bet he isn't. And I was just there like, who are these people?
Cheeky bastards.
But then I rocked up, got really steaming at the wedding, and walked up to her and went, well.
Am I hot?
I was on your train today.
That's funny, that. Yeah, like it had to be you, didn't it? Like it couldn't have been anyone else they were talking about, really.
That's on my Instagram, because I made a story of the whole day, because I was like, I think people are talking about me on the train.
Right.
It's on my Instagram highlights or something. I should go back and look at it.
Yeah, man, we'll go check it out. But yeah, talking of overeating people, last night at my gig was a baptism in fire. It felt like it was in a gig in Fazakerley. If you don't know Fazakerley. It's pretty rough, isn't it? It's pretty rough. But I've done it before. And the first time I was like quite anxious to do it because I knew it was in Fazakerley and you never know what the crowd's going to be like.
Fazakerley, it's like a place.
Yeah, it's a place in Liverpool.
It just sounds like a stupid person saying
exactly. Yeah. Fazakerley, lad. You're Fazakerley right there. I didn't know I'm going to be saying that, but I never know. That's so funny. So the first time I done it, I knew it was going to be it could be a bit of a rough one, but you do them every now and then, don't you? Especially around Liverpool, and when you got one of them places where everyone thinks they're the funny one, you know, like. Yeah. The first time I done it, it was quite quiet, but it was sound, but it's just a big room, so because it was a bit quiet, it felt like a bit tough. So I wasn't too like anxious going back. So I was like, I've done it before, it'd be sweet. Still expecting it to be a bit rowdy. And I went in and it was like, there was a birthday table in the middle of the room. And I was like, oh, they're going to be a problem because it's someone's birthday. And obviously
it's about them.
But it weren't them, that was the problem. Yeah. There was another table just of all women, like proper loud, pissed women. So we'll get back to that.
I'm pretty blocker.
Yeah. So like the host went on and he's a new comedian, so it's not his fault. but it's just no, but he's new. So do you know, like when there's a rowdy room on a Friday night?
That's just such a nice thing to like. The only thing worse you could have said is like, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is though, I'm not blaming him for anything.
Of course, yeah.
I just wanted, but like I don't know if he listens or not. So, so he went up and he done a bit, and it was going all right. But then I was like, oh, I'm opening and I'm doing 15, so I was like, I'll just go up and do 5 of crowd work and try and like get the room to an all right level. And it was just one of them where you go up and you go, oh, what you doing? You go, why the fuck are you asking? You're like, okay, I'm just trying to have a nice chat with you. So I was like, probably getting into it with this woman because she just wouldn't stop talking. But it was one of them, like, it was like, I can't physically do jokes because there's not enough attention. Yeah. I was like, I'd rather like stand there and be like, I don't care about this. I'm just going to talk at you until some of yous listen. Yeah. Than try and do material and feel like it's bombing. Yeah. So every now and then I'd do a joke just to see where the room was at. And I go, right, we're still not ready. Still not ready to go back to talking to people. Another fella comes in and he's in like his work gear. He's got like high vis pants on. And I went, oh, mate, you tried to sneak in there, but you've got high vis on. And he went, just because I've got a fucking proper job. And I went, what are you on about? And he's like, I get paid for my job. Like, and I went, I'm not getting paid tonight. And he was like, so I was like, so yeah, you have got the real job. Yeah. And I was like, but you've got a high vis on. He went, no, I haven't. And I went, are they highly reflective strips on your pants? And he was like, yeah. And I went, they're high vis pants then. And I was like, I'm not getting anything about him. But this woman was fucking dead loud. And I was like Bill Burden, do you know what I mean? But I was like, because what I like to do if I feel like it's going like tough, I asked someone, I go, how long do you reckon it's been? And like a woman was like 5 minutes. And I went, it's been a minute and a half. Just so you know how fucking long it feels like. And I keep going, 7 minutes, man. I've got fucking 7 minutes left in that. But I kept going back to this woman because I was like, right, she's talking the whole place down. I'm going to try and like either get her involved. So I was trying to get her on stage at first and she wouldn't come on. I was like, see, so shut up then. Yeah, you're not willing to come up here, shut up. Like, and I was going back and forth with her. But she was just dead hard work. And at one point she said something about like, I went, have you got kids? And she was like, no. And I went, okay. And then someone went, yes, she has. And I went, have you got kids? Just tell me. She's like, oh, I've got 3 kids. I sound.
What is wrong?
And I know it was just hard. She was just making it so hard. But then I got to like 12 and a half minutes. And she said something about she's mentioned like being like a prostitute or something. Right. When I asked her what she'd done. And I went, oh, right, yeah. And she was like, oh, you can have a go if you want. And I was like, I went, how much? And she went, 50 quid. And I went, nah. And she went, oh, well, for you, it's free. And I went, oh, it looks like 2 of us aren't getting paid tonight. And the whole room was like, wait. And I went, I'm getting off. Yeah. I left on that. So I left on a high, but I was like, but then people going up after me just tried to do straight material. And it was just, the room still weren't ready. Yeah. But then Mike Carter, comedian from around these ways, he went out for a little walk and she was outside fuming about me. Being like, who the fuck does he think he is? Asking me what I do with me living and all that. And then I went out when I was leaving and she was outside going, the worst fucking comedians I've ever seen in my life in there. I'm funnier than all them and all this. I was like, you're a nightmare, you.
So many people need to go to therapy.
Yeah, but it was just dead funny when I come off. It was like, they might as well have had like a foil blanket and a hot chocolate ready for me. Do you know the way everyone was treating me? They were like, you done dead well there, mate. I was like, why is all acting like I wasn't involved in that? Like, I seen I know what was going on. It was awful. It was a terrible time. Like, but it's just dead funny the way everyone was like, you done dead well there to handle that. I was like, I was stood there going, I don't care. Like,
I have a little bit of that in me where I had a little strange goal for a little while where it was like, I want to be so good that people stop telling me I've done well.
Yeah.
Because why would they tell me?
Yeah.
Because obviously
you should just know.
Really good. Because people never tell me I've done well.
Yeah, that's the danger though, isn't it? You'll always doubt yourself.
Yeah.
This is funny as well. What's going on
yeah,
up here?
I mean...
yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't going to mention it. I was just going to fly over it, but you brought it up now.
Absolutely fucking it.
Because what I could have done is just simply edited the photo over the top of the screens for a bit. But
I'm not letting that happen.
That's fine.
His head's too tall.
Excuse you.
Your neck's too long.
I didn't come here to be insulted.
What I forgot what we were saying then. Oh yeah, you want to come off and not have someone say you've done well there because you know you've hoofed
because
it.
Like why would like Like you know, of course.
It's like watching Salah score a hat trick. No, you done well there, mate.
Yeah,
like
what
obviously.
are you fucking talking about?
Yeah. But then, like you say, you were saying, you know, when if someone's bombed and you have comedians going, "Oh, it was a good set, that mate." You just couldn't hear them laughing, but it was people were laughing around us and that. Like, just tell them that it didn't go that well. Yeah, be honest, and they'll get better at it, innit?
Yeah.
Like, someone got an.
You're not being a dickhead. It's constructive criticism to be like.
Very much truth.
But some people are deluded. Do you ever see some people post clips?
I run an open mic night. I see a lot of it. People come up and go, "I smashed it at hot water last night," and you go, "Huh? Yeah."
Well, that hot water is like a false.
No, but even then, I've seen some people flop it. Yeah. But it's like, do you ever see people who are so deluded they'll like post a clip where they're like bombing, and they'll be like, "Oh, got this new joke working at wherever last night," but then do you ever worry that could be you? I just don't post clips.
No, but like not even posting clips where like they obviously in their mind think that went well.
Yeah, right.
Obviously didn't.
Not with Dane. Even when he does well, he's like, "Oh, not good enough."
Yeah,
I think that's a good way to be with it, isn't it?
Sometimes, like, if I'm like, that was a good gig, I'm like, but was it?
Yeah.
Like, am I one of those fucking deluded people?
I've only done it a few times. Like the other week at Hot Water, when you come off and you go, "That was sick."
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that was undeniably like
Mick
a good
was
gig.
Like, I think you did a bit too well.
Yeah.
He was on after.
So it was like, I've only had a few of them where you come off and go, "Oh yeah, I smashed that there." But most of the time I'm like, "Yeah, it was fine, I think."
That's funny, that Mick Ferry thing, because I remember one of the first times I did Hot Water, Phil Chapman was hosting and I walked off and he went, "Died on your ass there." And that's when you know you've done well. So when other people want to like take the piss out of you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like,
because it was like a new material night and that. But obviously I didn't do all new because it's sort of sandwich it in, and it like, he was like, "Oh, it's not you done too well there." And then he was like, "What did you talk about?" And I thought he was messing. And he was like, "No, really, what did you say?" So I can like sort of either stay away from it or whatever.
Yeah. That's how like guys give compliments. Because they're not, because it's a male industry, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
as it should be.
Won't.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So that was my absolute horror show last night. I had fun with it though. That's what I've learned. Like, even I knew it was going to be a hard time, so I was like, I'm just going to open and have fun. And even if like people are sitting there going,
fun.
Yeah. And I think it comes across a bit more with some people who are actually paying attention and that.
Yeah, and you can build it from that. Like, do your jokes for the people that are paying attention.
Yeah,
they start laughing enough, then other people clock in eventually and shit like that. But
she said I look like a transsexual as well, this woman. And I was like, "What are you on about?" It was just mad. What? Just mad shouts.
Just the mentality, like that mentality of person.
Yeah.
Just fuck off.
But everyone was fuming on her though. Like, and she was like, she was bragging that like she didn't pay to get in and that. We were like, everyone's paid money to be in here. Like, and everyone's paid the same. So she was like, "I haven't paid." And we were like, "Fuck off then."
She does that like, work as well though. She's like, "Everyone's paid to be in here."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of them. But I once I'd finished, I was just chilling, watching everyone else like struggling then. Because I was just like, "I'm done now. I've got no anxiety left." I was just like having a beer, like, this is boss.
That's so often like gigging in London.
Yeah.
Well, for me, like there's so many just
full of dickheads.
But like also just like really bad gigs.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like really.
Yeah, because there's a lot of gigs down there, isn't there? Like,
yeah, and it's hard to like you're competing with the West End or like all sorts of shit that's they could be going to see instead, and like every band and artist comes to London. There's always somebody touring at the O2 Academy or wherever. Like, so you're competing with like Comedy Store, Top Secret, 99, like all these fucking places. So like, it's just harder to get audiences in.
Yeah.
What's like the? Oh, go on.
Are you happy in London, or would you live? Where do you want to live ultimately?
I don't really know, and people often think I've moved to London for comedy, but I moved for uni and then I was just there.
Yeah.
And started gigging, and then that's just where I live. Like I graduated, 3 years ago now, so I've just been there.
Yeah.
And I think it might be like silly to just up and move when I'm starting to get.
You've built a base down there and you're starting to get work down, because a lot of people move to London to like further their career, but if you're already doing it down there,
and I always no, like I love coming up here,
Yeah.
like to the northwest, and then I love doing Glasgow and Edinburgh and popping back to Belfast and stuff. And I think if I can just keep doing that, like maybe it would be handier to live in Manchester or something.
A bit more central.
Yeah.
Until it's guaranteed, there's no point, is there? Like,
do you gig in the Republic?
I do. I've done Dublin a few times. Dublin's interesting. They're quite like quite similar to like London audiences.
Yeah.
It's a very metropolitan, like
progressive type crowds, is it? Yeah. Wouldn't have thought that in Dublin.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Dublin is like that. I know different gigs are like, there's some real clubby ones that aren't like that at all. But Dublin's a dump. It's fucking way too expensive. You ever been?
Yeah.
I've never been. No.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like as expensive as London, sometimes more.
Mad.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have all the stuff.
It's not London.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like fine. Like it's good, but
it just can flex because it's the big dog in Ireland, and
they just have all those fucking big old corporations paying no tax. All these empty buildings in Dublin with like one receptionist at a phone. And that's technically Google's global headquarters.
Right.
There's just one woman called Sharon going, hello, Google.
Yeah. When I was in Ireland, it was like the Celtic Tiger.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
What's
people it was like a big boom in the economy.
And it was called the Celtic Tiger.
It's a mad name for it, but
And
but
so
it was
you could
so
go to
insane
the bank.
what people would spend. It seemed like everyone was minted.
You could just go get like £1 million from the bank. And people was building like just anyone.
What, like a
he was
loan?
just like,
or?
Yeah, because they had so much money, and they was like, "Yeah, do what you want." And then recession happened because they
give everyone £1 million.
Yeah.
They do good on Twitter. People talk about like their most Celtic Tiger stories, and
Celtic Tiger.
Someone arrived at their first Holy Communion in a helicopter.
That's so funny. That.
Yeah, people would just like build housing estates, and then they'd just be empty.
Oh, this is all mad.
There's no fucking people there because
that's mad, isn't it?
It's
crazy.
It was mad.
You had a little time in Ireland, didn't you?
I did have a little time in Ireland.
We spoke about that as well.
Yeah, so
I'm fascinated by you.
Yeah, drink me in. So what happened was my mum went to Ireland, met a man in a pub, come home and was like, "Oh, we're moving in with this man." So we moved to Ireland. Right. He was crazy. She was crazy. And so he was like in the IRA, right?
Yeah.
And
as most of them are.
Yeah. And
I'm sticking up for the women here. I'm on the women's side. I'm trying to get you back here.
Yeah.
There's loads of women in the IRA. My granny got asked to join.
Yeah.
There's a woman called Bernadette Devlin who's like a famous like Irish.
She like Ireland's Griselda.
I don't know who Griselda is.
The one in like, have you seen like Cocaine Cowboys and that?
No.
She was like a big drug runner in a I think like New York.
She was actually an MP. So before Mary Black, she was the youngest ever MP, and she slapped a Tory in the House of Commons.
Is right. Love
that. She got invited to Chicago because there's loads of Irish immigrants. No, Bernadette Devlin.
Okay, sorry.
She got invited to Chicago, and they gave her like the key to the city because they were like, "Oh, we love all the work you're doing for the civil rights movement in Ireland."
That's cool.
But she hated Irish Americans because they're like super racist. So she gave the key to the Black Panthers.
Oh, really?
That's so
But
funny.
we can't talk about her in the house because she asked my granny to join the RA.
Yeah. That's my like when they asked her, what is it literally just like, do you want to join us?
I'd say I was a bit more pushy than that.
A bit more pushy? Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, it was mad just learning about that all because we don't get taught it over here.
Yeah.
So when you go over and you're like, oh, this is why they all hate us. It makes so much sense.
It was scary when we went to Derry. And we went.
Derry, London.
We were driving down this road, and there was just all the big murals and that. And and we were like, don't talk, just put an accent on or something. If you speak to someone, yeah.
Funny. Anytime my English mates fly into Belfast, they're always like, "Oh, what taxi company do you use?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You can't use the taxi company that I use because the taxi company that I use is run by the IRA."
Yeah, mad.
That's mad. So right, I don't know if this probably isn't even true, right? But this is what I was told. So
by you?
The man who
We'll leave it
The
just
crazy man.
the
Yeah.
man, yeah.
The IRA man.
So you...
Jerry Adams is your dad.
His name's Jerry.
I love whispering on the podcast.
Into a
I
microphone.
whispered into the mic. Right, well, this is the... I mean, yeah, it's probably mad. He's a madman, but like we was afraid of him because he was saying that the IRA at one time set up a bomb in Manchester, and he called in and grassed because he was like, "Oh, me missus and my kid might be in there," because they was English, I think.
Right.
So that made him call up and be like, "There's a bomb."
But the IRA do that anyway.
Yeah,
Famously, they phone up for every.
and
Yeah, but I think he. Yeah, I don't think he was grassing it though. They go, "There's a bomb somewhere," like a threat in it. But I think he was ringing up to be like, "Get everyone out."
But that's what the RA did, no?
Oh, did he?
The RA were like, "There's a bomb here. It's going to go off at this time."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's counterproductive.
It is, yeah.
That's terrible terrorism.
Polite, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's quite nice actually.
Yeah, very well mannered terrorism. Yeah.
We give you enough warning if you're still in there. It's your own fault.
Yeah.
Like.
So this was like, I mean that gives you a bit of context to the man. And then one day he was like, "If you don't get out the house, I'm gonna make you all disappear."
Fuck.
Yeah. So we ended up in like a safe house whilst we got a restraining order. And the safe house, so it's like, it was for like domestic violence victims or whatever. But it looked like a normal B&B type thing. But the top of the stairs, like Anne Frank, there was like a cupboard, and you had to go through the cupboard and up into like the attic. And then there's all bars on the windows up there. And we just had to stay up there for like ages until the restraining order was sorted. And then
on our first date, Amy told me this whole story, and I was like, she sounds crazy.
Yeah, and then the next day I took him to meet my mum. and he was like, "Oh, she's crazy as well."
Yeah.
But no, that legitimately did happen. I promise. I can.
No, I've yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And then,
do you think there's going to be like a? Did you keep a diary at all?
No. Well, I started writing. That's where I've wrote like 3 books, like just to get like my thoughts out on that, and it really helped me like to channel.
But do you think there's going to be? Was it Roscommon? Did I pull that out of my ass? Where were you?
Roscommon and Leitrim. The place we were staying was Moorhill in County Leitrim, which is actually where my granddad's from.
Do you think there's going to be like an Amy museum in?
I hope so. Yeah,
Leitrim,
maybe one day.
But there's still safe houses now.
Yeah.
For like if you get.
There's a lot of domestic violence in Ireland.
But then there's paramilitary safe houses as well. Like if you get a threat from the RA or the UVF or anything, you get moved into like housing. And what's funny is like the more severe the threat, the better and safer house you're given in like a nicer area.
Yeah.
So people will like send themselves bullets in the post.
Oh yeah.
And be like, "Oh,
that's
they're really
idea.
coming for me. I need the 3-bed."
And with a south-facing garden. That's mad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
And then, so yeah, it was very complicated because people didn't like us because we was English.
Right.
And his family was all there, like it's quite clanny.
Yeah.
There. So I ended up dropping out of school. And the Irish government granted me home tuition. So I got 7 hours a week of school.
So someone would come around and teach you?
7 hours a week, which is not a lot.
Not a lot, but 1-on-1.
Yeah.
I reckon that's about the amount of time I paid attention.
And I did miss like half the year as well because, safe house stuff.
Yeah.
But still passed my exams.
Oh, fucking right.
Yeah, it's right.
So did you do like...
sorry, that just kind of tells me how easy Irish exams are.
Oh, well, there's like 13 weeks off in the summer, don't they? In the Republic they do, because they're all farming. Like, you need them on the farm.
There's a lot of Irish stereotypes happening on this podcast right now.
This
just says how easy
you stereotype yourselves because that was legitimate.
I just remember from Adam Rowe's party, the Irish stereotype I pulled on you. Because last time, like, put a little bit of context, last time you was around here, you stayed at our house. And the next
2 times, well, last time I was here, I slept for an hour on George Zach's Airbnb floor.
Oh yeah, okay.
But last time
before them,
yeah,
you come and stay at ours, and we woke up the next day, and Amy was like, "There's a spider dead under the blinds," right? And she was like, "Did you do that?" And I was like, "No." And you had a conker in your pocket.
Oh, fuck's sake!
And you told us it was to like ward off spiders.
It's not. Right, go on. It's not.
So we thought that you'd killed this spider and left it there. So at Adam's party, he was like, "Do you kill a spider and leave it in our bathroom?" And you were like, "What are you on about?" And you were like, "Because you had a conker. Are you scared? Are you scared of spiders?" What?
I was saying to Esther, and I was like, he carries a conker at all times.
I don't carry a conker. If you put conkers on your windowsill,
Yeah.
it stops spiders getting in. And we
Okay.
live next to a canal, so there's a lot
Speaking
of
of spiders on windowsills, that's what it was.
So did you kill a spider in our
I
bathroom?
didn't.
No.
I don't know.
A lot of things seem to come together.
Is this podcast a front for just? I've been ambushed.
Yeah.
I've been ambushed by cake.
So does the conker thing work?
I don't know. My girlfriend does it, and she likes shit like that.
Yeah.
But you were saying about him being Irish.
The stereotype was, so when you said to Ishan that he had a conker, he carries a conker with him the whole time. He was like, "I haven't got a conker. I have got
I carry a shamrock.
A shamrock.
Don't be silly.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get it out?
And that was the stereotype. I was like,
and you was Irish dancing. Why don't that me stereotyping you?
He's
You had
allowed
a
to
shamrock in your pocket, and you was Irish dancing.
Yeah. I was also doing the Dougie Fresh, but that's not an Irish stereotype, is it?
Not traditional Irish,
the
is it?
Birdhouse. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll get my shamrock out for the lads.
Go on.
Okay, for the lads. Also in Ireland, I had a llama.
What?
Yeah,
A
called Kirk.
Mexican llama. Oh no, he wasn't Mexican. He hated Mexican people,
he was
didn't he?
racist to Mexicans.
Look at that. It's cool, that.
It's a real life shamrock.
It says,
It's only got 3 leaves. That's shit.
"May your pockets be heavy and your heart be light. May good luck pursue you each morning and night."
Lovely.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is my mum got that for me just before I moved to London.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a nice wee thing, so I carry it with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I love me mum.
adorable. Oh wait, keep your wallet. Keep your wallet out.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
What am I to do with this? What?
This is a members only club card for our
fucking
guests and high tier patrons. It entitles you to it's like a mafia card, so you get 1 favour.
And you didn't take the time to write my name?
Because you write your own name, so no one can forge it.
And I also didn't want to write Valentino Angelone or whatever on it.
Here's my question about, right, because you've said no one forging it, right?
Mm.
I have a real problem with the whole concept of signatures. I think it's fucking mad.
Yeah.
When people get stuff signed by celebrities and that, or just
No.
in
Like,
general?
autographs are insane, and if you get an autograph off someone, you're either a child or...
Shout out £10 patrons.
Shout out patrons.
You're either a child or a paedophile. And
got good
paedophiles
taste
are
in
just
podcasts.
children inside.
Yeah.
But
or just want to support us.
But see the first time, like for a contract,
Yeah.
right? See the first time 2 people are like, right, we both agree on these terms, right? How are we gonna know? How are we gonna prove that we've both agreed to this? And the other guy goes, just write your name at the bottom. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Anyone could write my name.
Yeah.
The other guy's, no, write it really fast.
Yeah. Write it so we can't read it.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, it is stupid, isn't it?
What is that?
Well, I was saying to Amy yesterday, like my signature, I don't think I've signed the same thing twice, like the same signature twice. I sort of go, that's a bit of a D. There we go.
Yeah.
So in the future, we'll have probably little face scanners. Or why
Do you know we already do? That's
but for contracts. And then
well, you
maybe
do
a thumb.
on the DocuSign thing on your phone. You
I
have to
feel
do
like
it.
signing stuff in blood's the only real way to do it, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it is stupid the way you
It's
go.
mad.
That's not even like.
What does that do?
It's very old fashioned, isn't it? They just haven't.
And then that whole
come up
thing
with
about
something.
when you have to, for your passport photo, you have to get someone who has a specific type of job
like
to sign the back of the photo.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have to be a professional, which is like a lawyer or a doctor.
I got
or a
Jill from the
teacher.
doll.
Really? Oh, that's mad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Milama.
Your llama.
Oh, yeah.
This is your.
And right, I made up because there was actually quite a few Mexicans where I lived in the Republic.
We call all people from the Republic Mexicans because they're from south of the border.
Yeah, cultures and that. But there was one of the lads commented on one of our clips.
Oh yeah,
the clip about the llama being like, because he used to spit at Mexicans. You didn't like him, the llama.
Right.
We did a clip about it, and then like months later, this little lad. Well, he's older now, but commented on the clip being like, "That was my mammy who got spit at by the llama." He was a little
lad, or as he would say, muchacho.
Muchacho, yeah.
It baffles me that there was Mexicans in Ireland. For some reason, I just feel like,
why would there be? Why?
It seems mad, that, doesn't it?
Che Guevara went to Ireland. So did Castro.
They're Cubans, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, but there's links. There's a lot because a lot of.
Yeah, but they didn't stay there though and set up like they didn't settle down with the families there.
No, but like I'm sure some would because there's a lot of links between like a lot of nationalists would be right wing globally, but Irish and South American nationalists tend to be very left wing.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of links.
It just baffles me being like, oh, we're going to move somewhere. Unless it's for like a business reason. But even that seems mad, going from Mexico to Ireland.
Yeah.
Like what?
But it's like countryside-y and nice.
What?
It's countryside-y and nice.
Right.
So, did you say right twice then?
No, I said what?
You said what the first time.
Okay. So like moving from, England to Ireland, you can get a bigger house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what the housing market's like in Mexico City.
Mexico.
Yeah. Cartels and that.
Do you ever see them mad out of context things? Like there's those the Welsh people in Patagonia.
Oh yeah.
There's people in Argentina that speak Welsh. A whole like town of people.
Yeah.
Really?
And then
there's loads of Germans as well, isn't there? Like from the Nazis and that.
Yeah, but Welsh.
Hitler's in
he's in Argentina, isn't he? Yeah. I heard that.
And then in a place called Montserrat, which is a Caribbean island, what's called the Black Irish, because loads of Irish people were like shipped off to the Caribbean during that time. So there's all these black Caribbean people, but they've loads of Irish pubs and they play the fiddle and have Irish accents.
That's mad.
But in the minute, there's like a wee minute.
I want to go there.
Yeah, there was only one black person in Drumshanbo where I lived.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Just one on his own.
Just one.
Didn't have a family or nothing.
Oh well, I didn't see them.
Do you know in Irish?
So there was at least 3.
Yes, or at least 2.
Some people don't have dads.
Okay, at least 2 then.
Yeah.
Well, everyone has a dad. They just might not be present.
Yeah.
In
Drumshanbo.
And yeah, that's true. Did you know in the Irish language, they're not called black people; they're called blue people.
What?
Why?
So if I was to say a black man in Irish, it's an ban gorum, which means a blue man.
Why blue?
But it's because in the Irish language and like the way stuff is spoken about, anything like before we'd ever, or like historically Irish people, or there was any black people, anything black was seen as like occult or like evil or something like that. And so then black people arrived, and then people were like, oh, they're black, and Irish people were like, no, this seems sad. Yeah.
I don't know, like, you know.
But so they just picked a colour that was irrelevant.
Yeah, but if you think like I've heard painters talk about like very dark skinned black people actually do have quite a lot of blue pigment in their skin. And but there's a funny story about there was two Irish guys got on a bus in Dublin, and there was a black woman there, and they were talking about. They started speaking in Irish because they wanted to bitch about the black woman, basically. So they're like, right, we'll just talk in Irish.
Yeah.
And then, but they were calling her a black woman in Irish, and she tapped them on the shoulder and went, it's actually a blue woman. And she'd understood everything.
Yeah. I love that.
So good.
That's all I ever say about learning a language. Like, that's one of the main things, isn't it?
Just to eavesdrop.
Just to be sitting there going,
well,
just hearing people bitching about you, though, and just go, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And say whatever you want.
Cue us noch an Colin Bunya. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I'm really bad at Irish.
Okay, it was really good then.
What were we supposed
My
to
pronunciation was...
Is that the girl of milk or something?
Yeah. Quiet now, girl of milk.
say? What the fuck does that mean?
That's all I know.
From an advert or something.
And also,
like?
is buttered, isn't it?
I don't know. There's a really funny Irish... Well, there's 2 really good Irish language short films that I would recommend everyone watch. There's COUGHLIN, which has Brendan Gleeson in it. And he plays a blind guy.
Cockamillish sweet cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then... Or it might be Big Cake.
She's an enigma.
But then there's one called Yu Ming Is Anam Dom. And it's about this wee Chinese guy who was really depressed in China. And he didn't have any mates or anything. And he was like...
Granddad? That's why you came over.
Yeah.
And he spins a globe and goes like, bang.
Yeah.
I'm going to move here. And it was Ireland. So he spends about 6 months in China learning Irish and doesn't speak English. Moves over to Ireland, arrives at this pub and walks in and like asks if they have any jobs going in Irish. And the barman's like, what?
What are you on about? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then an old guy at the end of the bar responds to the guy in Irish. And then they have a little back and forward and he goes, oh, get him a Guinness. And the barman's like, didn't know you spoke Chinese.
That's funny, that.
But then he gets a job in the Irish speaking part of Ireland.
Yeah.
He's all happy. And it's
That's so
Yeah.
funny. I didn't know you spoke Chinese.
That's why.
Oh, fucking hell. Should we have a little break and then we'll do some...
Break sounds like-
One of the
Yes.
story about is your little grandma. and
Oh,
then
yes. Yeah.
We'll go with that. See you in a minute. Hey everyone, I want to tell you about a new sponsor we've got, munchtime.co.uk.
Lunchtime.
Munchtime is the UK's #1 smoke shop. So you want to hit up them for any and all your smoking paraphernalia. They've got
Paraphernalia.
skins, grinders, blunt wraps. They sell CBD flour. They've got all sorts. There's pink ones.
Pink ones.
There's raws, all sorts of stuff. Lighters, anything you need to get high.
Grinders. Blazy Susans.
Them.
Rolling trays.
Them as well.
Filters.
And them. We've got a little promo code. It's Mild High UK. If you use that, you get £2 off your order. You can either use that code or use our link that's in the description. It's munchtime.co.uk. Go there, buy some stuff, get high, support the podcast, enjoy the rest of the show.
What?
Love yous.
Love you,
Munchtime.
bye. So I've got a crunchy back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was another weird thing.
You've got a crunchy back.
Shoulder, yeah.
And what is that? Do you know what it is?
It's scar tissue on your ligaments.
Oh, from what?
Like injuries you've had.
Just tension and all stuff like that.
Stress. Trauma.
It could be tension as well, because when you tense up and your muscles grind on, because I have a lump of bone on this side of my jaw, and it's just from muscle tension, because everything pulls on the bone and it rubs against the bone, so it calcifies over.
Oh.
So you get like actual lumps of bone, so it could be that. So everything's kind of crunchy.
I
against
thought I
itself.
was turning into a tree or something. 'Cause I was like, turning into
A tree.
Oh, Amy thought she was gonna have fucking Mary and Pippin get the Mordor.
Yeah. Have you seen that? What is it on Game of Thrones where it's like the grayscale or something where you like turn into stone or something? They thought that was happening.
Yeah, because mine does that, and I've just never known what it was, but I thought it's probably years of stress.
Do you ever do yoga or anything?
Every night.
Every
pretty
night?
much, yeah.
That's good.
Mm.
I was good for doing yoga for a while, and then I stopped. It's hard though. I like doing it by myself. The classes are a bit much.
Oh, I don't do classes, yeah.
Because I thought it was just stretching with candles, but it's a
Mm.
fucking nightmare.
It's dead hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
It's mad how hard it is.
And
Yeah.
old women are always so good at it.
Yeah.
They're just there like upside
Bender,
down.
yeah.
And they're like, have all their weight on one
Yeah,
hand.
but it's 'cause
And I'm
they've
like,
got-
you weigh 7 stone.
Yeah,
you
they've got like hollow bones, haven't they? That's
Yeah.
why.
they've all got osteoporosis.
Yeah. And some positions, let the trumps out. So you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
do
you
that
gotta
in the public classes, can you?
Oh, save all them for me.
Yeah.
Is right. So you said you've got a story about you.
It's very short. It's just a funny thing I
Yeah.
found out recently. My Italian granny, or my nonna, as I call her.
Nonna.
Nonna, yeah, Nonna. So it's Nonna and Nonna.
No.
Is my Italian granny and granddad.
Okay. What's
and
her name?
Lena or Liliana.
Oh, Liliana.
What?
I don't know.
It sounds like the start of Saturday night then.
She's such an interesting woman. She was a refugee, so she came over on a big boat full of people, but she was by herself, 13 years old, from Italy to Belfast.
Yeah.
Is this why you do refugee stuff?
What do you mean? Why I help refugees? No.
Oh.
No, I just think they're hot.
Vulnerability.
No, Daisy not. She lived in Florida for a while, and now she's back in Belfast. And she can't really walk anymore. She used to come around every once a week and clean our house, and Nana would cut our grass and stuff, and we'd be sitting watching TV before school, and she'd come in and make us all drink holy water and all.
Yeah, drink holy water.
Yeah, she would fucking chuck it in your mouth, and all, you're getting waterboarded by the Holy Spirit.
That's mad.
But so my dad will go around fairly often to their house just to check in, and but every time he goes, he'll put up one of my YouTube videos on their smart TV. But my Nana doesn't know what a smart TV is.
Right.
So she thinks he's just changing the channel to find a TV channel that I'm on.
That you're on one of them somewhere.
My Nana thinks I'm the most famous man in the world.
He's always on telly, Vittorio.
And she'll slag me off when I arrive as well. She'll be like, "Oh, you look much better on TV. You need those hair and makeup girls again."
That's funny. That is she. So is
13? She come over.
Yeah.
What happened? Why? Can I ask?
The World War.
Oh,
World
right, yeah.
War.
The second one, I think.
The old World War.
World War II, Electric Boogaloo. Two World, two War. World War II, the Chamber of Secrets.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so she come over in World War II. So is it your dad that's got the Italian side?
He grew up in Belfast as well.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't feel hugely, or haven't felt hugely connected to it. Well, I did more so in Belfast because that was what made me different. I was the Italian guy and all that stuff. But then since moving over, I've felt much more in touch with my Irish side because that's what makes me different.
In London, yeah.
I wonder what it was like for my granddad coming over from China, because back
to
then.
St. Helens.
Is that movie about you?
It genuinely might be. But yeah, Shanghai to.
Why did he move over?
To escape the communists.
Right.
So
and he moved to socialist.
St. Helens. But apparently, see, this I have very little information.
So when was that?
I don't know. Oh well, was it the 50s, 60s? Was there was a mass immigration of single male Chinese men. Well,
single male Chinese men.
Yeah, double male. And
Exactly.
Can we make that a thing?
If you say something stupid, I think it's going to be though.
Exactly.
Exactly, lad.
I think be getting said a lot.
Yeah. But I just think it's funny if he's running out, he's been like, "Oh, communism is such a plague. It's been so terrible to live with." Then he comes over and gets to experience the managed decline of the Northwest by a right-wing government. He's like, "No one's nailing it."
Where do I go?
But apparently, something. I think he.
The chippy, didn't he?
Jumped. Yeah, classic. He jumped overboard and swam to Hong Kong, is what I've been told.
What?
Yeah, and then he swam to Hong Kong and then he got a boat.
Wait, where did he jump overboard? Because my head's still in St. Helens.
No,
there's no way
he was getting the ferry across the Mersey and he jumped off, swam all the way to Hong Kong.
I honestly don't know. If anyone knows, please let me know.
Yeah, if anyone knows Amy's Chinese granddad,
Yung Kong Chow.
Yeah. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yung Kong Chow?
Yeah.
Did I say that all right?
I honestly don't know.
So we're in the same boat with that.
Yeah. So anyway, he gets to Liverpool. I think he got with a brass nan. And
What's a brass?
A prosit.
Prostitute.
Right.
And and then here I am. And then, but apparently he opened the first Chinese chippy in St. Helens and lost it gambling.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 stereotypes there.
Yeah.
Open a Chinese and then lose it.
Yeah.
Gambling.
Yeah.
We had an ice cream shop in Belfast.
Yeah.
It's very stereotypical.
Gelato or ice cream?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
I fucking don't get this. People will correct me.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking? That's just the Italian word for ice cream. You don't cunt.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I always get confused between like sorbet. You go, well, it looks like ice cream. That you go, this is just
based.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I didn't know if it was like a special Italian ice cream or is it literally just the Italian for ice cream?
Just jumped up ice cream, isn't it?
So an ice cream shop in Belfast.
Yeah, it was called Victor's Cafe. My great granddad was called Vittorio, but they didn't want to call it Vittorio's because they didn't want any racism.
Right.
And then it got burnt down by racists.
Classic. Those bloody racists started again.
If there's one thing Catholics and Protestants can bond over, it's hating foreigners.
That's a shame not doing it. Having a little ice cream shop.
Man, because there's some big ice cream some big ice cream families in Northern Ireland have really like they're millionaires now.
Yeah.
The Morellis are like fucking they've like shops all over Northern Ireland.
No way.
And I'm just there like
Didn't know ice cream was a big market over there.
Yeah, it's because it's so warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always after an ice cream in Ireland.
Yeah.
Mad.
What's a dairy?
Yeah,
London
true.
Dairy, classic. Go on.
Exactly. Should we do some
Have you
questions?
been to Border Bog?
Border Bog?
Border Bog?
No.
Okay. You should go.
Is that in China?
No.
I mean, for the first 2 years of our relationship, every time Amy said that, I'm still not sure exactly what the place is called.
Border Bog.
Border.
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 Border. Bog.
This is what I mean. Border. If I was saying it.
Can you spell
No, I
it?
can't spell it, actually.
Right.
Can't say it. Never mind, spell it.
Did you ever go to Trebolgan?
No.
It's like a water park in Ireland. It's
A
class.
water park in Ireland.
Yeah. It's fucking cold, man.
Yeah, man.
It's good,
Fucking
though.
just Wim Hof all around there, like.
Yeah, that's what I've started doing now. If I'm cold, I just go Wim Hof, and then like
Instantly warm.
myself up mentally. Because I'm like, if he can do that, I can do it. Well, not do it, but just not be cold right
control
now.
your blood flow and body temperature
Yeah.
and stuff.
So you have to like Wim Hof.
We've got some Patreon questions for you. If you want to find out who our upcoming guests are and ask them questions, sign up to the Patreon.
Also, they got like pre-sale on merch, so we're probably not going to have any merch left for public.
Yeah.
Sorry. Get on the Patreon.
Stupid cunts.
And also live show tickets and that are going to be going first to them as well. So
Get on the Patreon. It's only £3 a month.
We've got a couple of questions. I don't know who this person is, and I don't know if I'm stupid for not knowing. But first question's off Joe Piers. He's just asking, are you doing any more quizzes, or are you just sticking to the Christmas ones now?
Well, I wasn't even planning on doing the second Christmas quiz.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I did a quiz in the first lockdown because I was like, oh, everyone's isolating and not with their families at Christmas, so I'll throw together a quiz.
Yeah.
I called in every favour I had with everyone who's ever been on TV ever.
Yeah.
And, you know, this crazy lineup of like.
Oh, this year's one was insane as well.
Yeah, it was fucking mad. But what's like silly is like this is what I have learned is it's so easy to announce stuff. So like I was like, oh, we're gonna do the Christmas quiz again because loads of people are Omicron, so we'll fucking do it again. And then I was like, oh, I have to do all that.
Yeah. We were saying this last night, weren't we? You've booked like a silly weekend of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's Sam when it's like 6 weeks away and you go, oh, it'll be boss day. I'll go here, do this gig, go do this podcast, do another podcast, go to Leeds, do another gig, I'll be flying. And then it comes to it and you're like, fucking hell, why have I do all these things?
2 podcasts and 2 gigs in 36 hours. And
it's just madness.
It's
a good grind though.
Do you like write the questions or do you get them?
I
to
write
do the
a
question?
fair whack of them. But a guy, Paul Savage, helped out a lot with them. And then I'll say to the guests generally, like, you can write your own, like, or like do whatever your favorite pub quiz question is. That's fine. But then it's quite difficult to organize it into rounds. I'm not planning on doing any quizzes. I might just do the Christmas every year because I think it is quite a fun thing.
You done like little charity raise as well, didn't you?
Yeah, which was
like
great. And yeah, I think it is a nice thing to do, and maybe even outside of like lockdowns and stuff, people do want something to do around that.
Yeah, man, especially if you make it like a yearly thing.
Yeah,
you know,
if you get like a similar lineup of like cool people.
Yeah,
and shit.
And especially if people have like mates around and that, you can do it together.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
good fun.
Your family all had it on.
Yeah,
my family had it on and stuff.
Because it is good fun. So I might do it. It's an unholy faff. Like it's such a ball.
You do it live, innit?
Yeah.
Did you not pre-record
it? I have to make all the stream and everything work. I don't know. There's something nice about it being live. It wouldn't feel. I don't think.
Suppose pre-recording it might not work.
If it was pre-recorded.
Well, I love watching Big Fat Quiz though, and that's not like live. Is it? And you can play along with that. Do you get what I mean?
Oh, do you play along with it?
Well, I don't, but you can.
Yeah,
like, and so you could like set a premiere for it for like 7 o'clock on Christmas Day, and you know, like most people would just jump on while.
Yes, and I can still interact in the chat, maybe. Or
yeah.
I don't know. I think I would maybe like to do that. I think it's a cool thing to do, but I also know that I am a bit like obsessed with like seeking validation, and like I always have to be like earning a place in the world and all that shit, and I'm like, why can't you just have like a Christmas? Why can't you just like sit there,
just have a quiet Christmas,
drink and just have a nice time? Why do you have to fucking?
You sort of tie yourself in, don't you? Then to like every Christmas now, you're gonna be like, oh, I've got to do a quiz. Sorry,
and I'm like, oh fuck. So I don't know whether I'll do it again.
Did you say you used to do them weekly or something?
I did them for a little while weekly after that first.
Was that in the lockdowns,
Christmas
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And people were really fun on those as well. And it helped, like, people would chuck money on PayPal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just helped me taking over with that. And it was fun, but
would you do a live one? Like pub quizzes and that, but you do a proper.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun thing to do.
Do you know the way like Bongos Bingo and all that is? You could do like your own big live show, big quiz with like cool prizes and shit like that.
Would be fun. Because I do like a pub quiz, but it's not like it's not top of my list.
Yeah,
to be fucking getting on.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But,
but you could maybe do one like this year. Hopefully, everyone out and no restrictions and all that.
Yeah,
you could maybe just do a live one around Christmas.
Yeah, do a Christmas
a proper
quiz,
live show
like the week before or whatever.
That could be cool.
Have you got a 5-year plan?
Have I got a 5-year plan? No, I don't think so. I know I'm focusing on my podcast at the minute.
Which is?
Vittorio's podcast.
Vittorio's podcast.
Nice and easy.
Without a brand.
Yeah. You do two, don't you? A Patreon one that's a solo one and a public one with a guest.
Yeah, the Patreon solo one's been going well. I think it's made me better at MCing as well. And because I have to just like people send in topics. I just have to talk.
Just riff on them.
Talk.
Yeah.
No one else in the room.
Yeah.
I'm just there fucking ranting.
That's a skill on its own.
I've seen the clips. I get so fucking worked up.
Oh, I was fired up with that one you put out about burning fucking Downing Street down.
There's a fucking shipping container in South London, and I'm just there going, the fucking Boris.
I'm not saying this.
Yeah, it's like that one off, is it Mars Attacks? Have you seen Mars Attacks? That fella who's got like the radios.
I had a panic attack watching Mars Attacks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I get fucked up by weird films, man.
Why?
See, when I was a kid, this might be the worst bullying I ever received. When I was in primary school, we would watch a movie every like Thursday for the last hour of primary school or whatever, and they put on The Witches, Roald Dahl's The Witches, and I freaked out and had to leave the room and was like, "This, I fucking can't do this."
So when you start taking the wigs off and all that, it's grim, innit? It's horrible. So horrible.
And they've all got pierced like rashes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was like that with the bulldog off Wallace and Gromit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Slightly less scary, innit?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But then what happened is every week the class would vote on what film to watch. And every week they voted for The Witches. And I had to leave.
You just go out.
I had to just go into another room and do worksheets.
Oh. It's your own fault for being scared of witches, isn't
it? But it was that one, and then Hocus Pocus by extension. Somebody put that on, and I was like, I'm not.
See, I didn't mind Hocus Pocus because I fancied Sarah Jessica Parker in it?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Well, I don't know. I think it was just because I saw that it was about witches, and I was like, I was checked out already.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this.
Hocus Pocus is boss.
Do you not like witches? Are you about it now?
I don't know. Depends what you mean by witches.
Would you do a seance?
Would I do a seance? Yeah, because I don't really believe in that.
Have you had any sort of like paranormal stuff happen?
No. Let me think. Have I? No, I really don't think so. I hallucinate a lot.
Right.
Do you?
Like just
Do you have bad vision?
Are you a Gemini? Yeah. So it's weird because Milo
How did you know
McCabe
that?
is a Gemini, and he's almost like.
He's furious that you got that right.
How did you know that?
I think we talked about it.
Oh, okay. I was like, fuck off. Weird that.
And he's like, so he does characters, and I'm like, oh, are you kind of just like facilitating some kind of split personality or whatever?
I don't know. Like, my girlfriend Izzy had to be like, the first time I was unwell, like if I have a fever, I will proper hallucinate and like
really?
freak out. And my mum, like when I started to get unwell, like phoned Izzy and was like, he might like hit you. Like he might, because he like, I just think it's like a fucking demon.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
And I'll like go mad. But then when I have anxiety attacks, I hallucinate as well.
Yeah.
So I hallucinate rooms full of people. I'll be lying in bed and it'll be a room full of people like either talking about me, and, like, pointing at me, or like laughing at me.
Yeah.
And
you're like, hey everybody.
It's almost definitely why I do stand up.
Yeah.
Tackling the demon.
Because it's like a room full of people laughing at me is my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
When I'm in control of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
then it's on a bit of moolah, but then it's all right. And also, man, see, in hindsight, I used to. There was it was a recurring joke in my family, but it's just a true story that I had a recurring nightmare when I was a kid that I was chased across a road by a giant chicken.
Mum was a weasel. Wow.
Something in the water in Ireland, I'm thinking of. Something in that water. A weasel?
Yeah. Up the road as well.
Well, mine was a chicken across the road.
Okay.
And now I'm like, oh, I wonder why I'm a comedian.
Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because it was after me.
That was the joke in my family. It was like he was fucking trying to kill Vittorio.
Oh, that's funny. So you never had any like paranormal things? I mean, hallucinating's probably scary enough, isn't it?
Yeah, man, I get bad night terrors and shit.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, I wake up every day like.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, is it?
Bad.
Yeah.
I thought everyone did that as well.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't the start of the day awful?
Isn't waking up terrible? That's mad. Is there another little question there?
Oh, aye.
Yes.
Sorry, I haven't had any I feel bad. I haven't had any paranormal.
Oh no, it's
things.
fine. I was just, it's just.
My mum was a medium.
Mine's an extra large.
No,
No, she's not. My mum's a lovely woman. Why did you say that?
Slider. Are you going to say any more on that?
So there was lots of supernatural things growing
My
up.
girlfriend's into all that stuff, and I think it's all a spoof, like. But
Well, yeah, that's because. But I thought I think it was probably a power play. No. Do you know what I mean?
Is that like a game breaker on FIFA Street?
No. I don't know what you're on about.
It was good. It was a good one.
And like, so she used to at one time she did like a seance. I should probably save this for Barry's episode actually, but
Fuck you, bye.
yeah, she got possessed.
She got possessed.
Yeah.
And it never left her.
It'd be so funny if she was telling that story and she was like, "Oh, sorry, repossessed."
Yeah.
Or sofa.
Yeah. She started like speaking in Gaelic. It was
That's
nice.
scary as hell. kept calling everyone blue.
Yeah.
Didn't know you spoke Chinese. Yeah, that's a mad little story, that, isn't it? We've got a question from Dan Reese saying, how high would you have to get to think Arlene Foster is genuinely a lovely woman? Now, I don't... Who's Arlene Foster?
She was the head of the DUP.
Okay.
What's the DUP?
The Democratic Unionist Party, the very staunchly Protestant, bigoted, don't think dinosaurs are real. Majority voted
not think
party.
dinosaurs are real?
Yeah, they're a young Earth party. I think it's 4,000 years old or whatever.
That's great.
And they think fossils are put there by God to test our faith.
Okay.
And they hate the gays.
Oh, yeah.
They fucking hate them. And Arlene Foster is undeniably a butch lesbian. Like, she is
right, yeah.
fucking
She's such just an awful person. Like,
yeah, she's like fucking terrible. How high would I have to get? Problem is, I get mad anxious when I get high, so it would probably only get worse.
Yeah.
Like, really, I just...
So, how pissed would you have to be to have, like, try and go on and have a nice night out with her?
How pissed would I have to be to fuck Arlene Foster?
Well, that was the follow-up question. Someone's about how high would you have to be to ride Arlene Foster?
Arlene Foster. I don't think anyone can ride Arlene Foster. I think Arlene Foster rides you.
She fucks you, yeah.
Oh my God, I would just do that. You know, in Gone Girl.
No.
You've never seen Gone
Gay.
Girl? Did you just call me gay? That's so homophobic.
Yeah, I know. It was jokes. Comedy.
Can't believe how homophobic this podcast is. I would like to distance myself from the homophobia of this podcast.
Love the gays.
Yeah. Being homophobic, so gay.
Now you've brought it up, I may as well say it. I got thrown out in a school once because watching videos and that, someone was like, the teacher was like, oh, we're going to watch Oliver. And I was like, it's gay, that. She went, get out.
What?
And I was like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
I was like, it's a musical.
Musicals are gay?
Bit gay, innit?
No one's disputing.
Yeah. I got kicked out of class for that.
I think it's coming back calling stuff gay, and people will disagree with me.
Yeah.
There'll be some that disagree, but they're gay.
I just think, like, amongst people who you know that that's not what you mean. Like, you know that it's just a joke. And
yeah.
Like,
not publicly on
like
the
there's
internet.
absolutely zero harm in calling. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think like loads of gay
means
mates
happy.
of mine. Gay does mean happy.
That's what I meant.
Not in the afterlife though, because
No.
you'll burn.
Like your gaping arsehole.
I had a fun. There's a clip I'm gonna. Did you want them?
So we're going back to me and Amy discovered that Amy can be quite jarring. This is what the term. So every now and then she'll do something like that where you're just having a nice little, oh yeah, gays in hell, and a gaping arsehole. That's what she said.
You ever seen anal golf?
No.
I think you might like it.
Yeah.
No. They get a
the ass is the
gape
hole
on
in
the
it.
go,
Right.
and then people put
Wow.
golf balls into your body.
Wow.
Incredible stuff.
We'll watch that on the Patreon.
Yeah. We'll do a little watch along with that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What a spectacular race humans are.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, what are we going to do? Just going to put some golf balls into a woman's arsehole or a man's arsehole.
Or gays.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, you know.
We're inclusive.
Yeah.
Arsehole
Yeah,
inclusive.
I was gonna fucking say something before you said gaping arsehole.
Sorry.
Jarring. You know what I mean?
Right, because I'm trying to like work on speaking, right?
Yeah.
And I think because I say things that are jarring, like all through my life I've said inappropriate things and I've felt people around me go, oh, like that it's made me not speak. And I think that's what. So I'm just trying to like
just say it. That's good.
The jarring.
I think that's good.
We embrace it, but you have to understand that sometimes it makes people go, what was I even saying? Where am I?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to work on my timing as well.
Yeah. But it was good. It was a good contribution.
Thanks.
You're a good podcaster.
Thanks.
You do it well.
Thank you.
You're doing well there.
I still have no idea.
Musicals
are gay.
Yeah.
Although Encanto is class.
What's that?
Seen Encanto, the new
No.
Colombian Disney movie?
No.
Oh, no. Is that
fuck
on,
my tits, it's good.
what is it? What was it based? Was it set?
Colombia.
Colombia.
Yeah, that Colombian Disney film.
No.
Probably based in Colombia.
Oh, I didn't know it was Colombia.
I said
I
the
wasn't
Colombian.
listening, alright.
I was thinking about stuff, alright.
I was thinking about
Thinking
jarring
about
things.
banjos.
I empathize with that. You thinking about banjos?
Yeah.
It's funny, I ask audiences if people have nicknames often, and a couple times someone's been like banjo, and I'm like, there's 2 reasons for that.
I can think of one.
Ever one of them.
What's the other one?
No, man.
One is you play the banjo.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I went straight to snapping it.
Is that named after the banjo?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
A banjo string?
It's just the string.
Okay, so just the string.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a mate called Jack Banjo. His middle name is Banjo.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Like
Jack Banjo Courtney.
someone's
He's a
given
fantastic
that
trumpet
name?
player. Yeah, I asked him. I was like, "Why?" Are you
So
called
funny
Jack
that he
Banjo
plays the
Courtney?
trumpet.
And he was like, "Cause my dad's a dick."
Yeah.
But he said he said he never learned the banjo because it would be weird.
But I imagine going. But we're going to see what's his name?
Jack Banjo.
I was thinking of Johnny Bongo. He doesn't play the bongos.
There's a man called Bob Buckle who's really good on the banjo. Check him out, Bob Buckle.
I thought you were going to be like he makes good belts. But
No, he plays the banjo.
But Johnny Bongo's name isn't actually Bongo. Banjo's name is his middle name is actually Banjo.
His name's actually Bongo.
Actually Bongo.
Born and bred.
Wasn't
Bongo.
he the head of diversity?
I don't know.
Actually
That's
Bongo.
Ashley Banjo.
That's his evil twin, actually Bongo.
Like dance-offs, dance-offs to the death.
And the winner of America's Got Talent, actually Bongo.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I'd be mad going to see fucking, what's his name? Jack Banjo.
Banjo Courtney, yeah.
And then he's playing, we're going to see Jack Banjo. What's he
He
doing?
got
Plays
asked
the
to do
trumpet.
a naked gig once for a ska band. I mean, it was when we were students, and we were talking about it and discussing it, and I was like, the problem is every other instrument is all right.
Like a guitar.
You can
and
have
that,
a guitar,
Mm.
saxophone, drums,
Yeah.
but the trumpet's like all
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
up
yeah.
here. And I was like, what are you going to do? And his solution, and I don't know if he actually did it, but he said at the time he was going to just do it, but take Viagra beforehand.
Right, yeah.
So he was just
Just gotta-
just
Oh, it was so shocking to see.
Yeah.
So I just
Jarring.
swatting the trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking hell. But have you seen? I've seen someone advertising. There's like a naked comedy gig, isn't there? There's like one a
What?
year.
That's something I would do.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Really? Full naked?
I like
Is it
I like vulnerability.
Okay. Are you okay?
No.
Everything okay?
No, he wakes up every morning going. I don't think he's all right. Yeah, I couldn't do that, mate.
Do you don't get a fig leaf or nothing?
A fig leaf.
Nah, I need a fucking sycamore, bro.
I get one of them banana leaves.
Yeah, I couldn't do that,
Aloe vera
mate.
plant, thank you very much. Actually.
I couldn't do that. Like,
I like shit. Like I like fucking myself up, and I think there's too much. We were talking about this. Too many comedians are like stuck on this idea of themselves very, very early on. And I think back in the day, people would take 10 years and constantly be trying different things: high energy, low energy, dark storytelling, one-liners. Whatever. Best example: first time Jimmy Carr went on stage, he had a guitar.
right. And
Really?
now
You have to try
yeah.
different shit and work out what you're doing and putting yourself in those situations. Like I have like a goal for every gig. It's like
He said it.
situation. Situation. Do you know that video? That was like mad viral in Northern Ireland.
I don't know.
It's like some guy from Dublin was like, the thing about people from Belfast is they're just like situation. I've a bit about the difference between a Dublin accent and a Belfast accent. Dublin accents, the aim is for your teeth never to touch. They're like, alright, how's it going? But Belfast is like, what'd you fucking say?
Yeah, never open.
Yeah.
It's funny that.
Yeah.
I said situation and I got interrupted.
Vulnerable situations, naked gigs and that.
Yeah. So I did a gig recently where I said no words for 5 minutes. It was this weird clown thing.
When you say weird clown thing, what do you mean?
So
Is there a show of clowns or?
So the show is like it's called Stamp Town. It's run by Zach Zucker, and it's this mad, like there's cabaret, burlesque, comedians,
Bit of everything,
like,
yeah.
and character acts and all sorts of stuff. Like, but the lineup was crazy. It was at Soho Theatre when I did it. Like Rosie Jones was on, and like Flo and Joan were doing like music stuff,
Right,
and,
yeah.
like, loads of different people. and I was just getting sick of like I'd convinced myself this idea that I was just a comedian that just did the jokes, and the words were enough, and I never did anything physical. And before I did stand up, I did all that mad clowning stuff in India, in the slums and refugee camps and Athens and stuff. And I was
trying to get laid.
Hey, Mr. Oxfam over here.
And I was just like, I'm just gonna try it because this is this mad show, and if I don't do it here, I'm never gonna do it. So I said to the guy, "Can I do a thing that I've only ever tried at a refugee camp?" And he was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It's just this weird clown thing."
I think you were telling me about that. Is that because there was a language barrier, so you had to find a way to fucking
stuff? Yeah, so you just do the show without any words.
That's
and then
good
you
though,
do workshops. So I basically go out and just like, but I did all the crowd work that I would have done anyway, but I just did it with gestures and facial expressions, and then
that's mad.
You just get everyone to rub their hands together and get them to do all mad stuff and clap together and just like play with it and act really annoyed if they get it wrong, or like really congratulatory, and people fucking. I closed by pulling down my trousers and all. It's fucking great. So fun.
It's amazing.
But then since then I'm like way more physical on stage, and it's been really fun. Way more
just way more loose in that.
Because I just pushed myself beyond that boundary by going right, no words.
And it probably helped that it worked as well.
Yeah.
Like if you had died on your ass, you probably would maybe took a step back. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, stick to the words, bro.
Yeah.
This naked one, is that okay? What? You just be naked in front of people?
So do your set?
Fine with that.
Yeah. The whole point of it is
Louis C.K.
It'd be good if like Philly Wang did it. It was like Philly Wang's Wang.
Yeah. But like I don't know. I feel like
it's hard because
self-conscious enough when you just up there fully clothed.
I feel like it'd shrivel.
Yes, I'm a grower, not a shower as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I was a shower, I probably wouldn't be that bothered.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll get out and just go, how good's that? That'd be me over a bit.
Use
like,
it as your mic.
Sound not in it. I'm talking to that. But yeah, I'd be like, it gets bigger, you know. It's
yes, you would have to. But would you have to address it? Because surely, like, if everyone's doing it.
Yeah, so the novelty sort of wore off once the MC's been on, like...
Yeah.
Is the audience isn't naked, though,
I need to see this.
Are they? I don't think the audience are naked.
That'd be easier. I'd feel a lot more relaxed if everyone was naked, yeah. But if the audience are fully clothed, then I'm like...
I tried to do this at the refugee camps, but they wouldn't let me.
Come on, kids. Get your clothes off. It's better if we're all naked.
Gandhi didn't.
Lovely. See the timing? That was good there. I like that. Fucking hell. But yeah. What was I say? It's gone. It's left me.
It's gone forever. Situation.
That's what I was thinking last night. What was one of the things I had last night? Because I was trying to throw new ideas together and that, and saying, you know, like when your life flashes before your eyes, like people say your life flashes, it's like, is it your whole life though? Because I've had fucking some boring days and all that. But then I was thinking, you know, when people have an out of body experience and they say like, oh, I was watching myself on the operating table, like when you're in like stressful situations, like when I used to do jiu-jitsu and that, you go for a piss and it's like your dick's just gone back inside you because you're fighting. You know what I mean? And like, so I imagine if you've been through like in a car accident or something traumatic, a similar thing might happen. Yeah. And I just imagine being like naked on an operating table and there's like a nurse and you're just above your body going, it's cold in this room. And you put the heating on a bit because that's not, come on, this isn't fair. Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking last night, man. Just funny. Man.
So you wouldn't do the naked show?
Not right now.
No.
I think if I was more comfortable in me stand-up,
yeah,
maybe.
Would you what would you do with your pubes?
I don't do anything to my pubes anyway.
But for going on stage naked, would you not?
Not like rainbow.
I just like it as nature
intended. Pajazzle.
A pajazzle.
Like a rainbow clown wig. A red nose on the end. Might work. That might work well. At the end. What we've done here. All right, okay. We've got one more question and probably wrap it up. Josh Adams, he said, what was it like when you saw Adam at the Apollo? Because for people who don't know, Adam Rowe done live at the Apollo. And you just went...
fucking shuts up about it, go on.
Yeah. I don't know if you know he done it, but... so you went to just watch live at the Apollo?
Yeah,
and you're good mates with Adam? And
yeah, but I didn't know he was on.
All of a sudden...
And it's a long fucking night.
Yeah.
And they were like, right, you ready for your last act? And I was like, yeah, fucking crack on.
Cody up, yeah.
And then it was like, give it up for Adam Rowe. And I went, what? You are shit.
Did you even know he was doing it?
Nope.
At all?
Nope.
Right, yeah.
Nope, not at all.
That's
fucking
boss.
shit myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like really, really lost my mind. And just freaked out. I didn't really like listen to his set because I was just like, he's fucking doing it.
It's happening. Yeah. I was like that when we were watching him on Flagrant.
Oh, it was so
Like,
weird.
it was just
seeing
mad to see him.
Flagrant.
It looked like, in my head, it looked like he'd been like photoshopped.
That's what I was saying. Look, CGI. Like he's just in the middle of them, just like, wait, what's happening?
I said it looked like when New Girl and Brooklyn Nine-Nine did a crossover.
Yeah.
And it was like,
yeah.
You're not meant to be there.
Yeah.
But he's meant to be there, obviously.
But yeah,
But
he's
it's just
such a
weird
good,
to
like,
see.
there's people, and I struggle with this, and I did a podcast with Adam the other day, which will come out in a little while, actually, like a couple months.
Is it your one?
Yeah, Vittorio's podcast. And we were talking about like that struggle to be happy for people when they do well. And I actually find it quite, when it's nice people,
It's easy.
It's the easiest thing in the world because you're just like, yeah, that's fucking great. And people like, because I struggle with this where like I get frustrated when people who I think are doing bad or hack comedy get success or get mainstream stuff, because that'll be a lot of people's first who've never watched stand up. They'll see that and they'll think that's what stand up is.
That's the pinnacle of stand up comedy.
That's upsetting to me because I'm like, I care about it so much.
Yeah.
So when I see shit people representing comedians, you know the people who watch that and be like, that's shit.
Yeah.
Stand up comedy.
Comedy is it's shite.
That's what that is. Yeah. So it pisses me off when we see like someone like Adam do so well and it's fucking great, all these podcasts and all. Like I've got some no's from agents recently, and it's like, and I've got a lot of no replies from agents, but I got 2
straight up no's.
Yeah. And it was funny, classic. One of them was like, oh, we're not taking anyone on at the minute. 2 weeks later, they like announce a new act. I'm like, fucking bust.
Yeah.
But it's like, grand, it's hard not to focus on that stuff. And it's sad because we didn't grow up watching podcasts. We grew up watching Mock the Week and Live at the Apollo and all these different.
And that was like the end goal, innit?
That was the pinnacle. And it's the thing where if I was on Mock the Week, I'd love to sit and watch it with my dad because we used to watch it, or Have I Got News for You or any of that thing. And that would be such a great moment. But like I've been on fucking Have a Word twice, which is fucking nuts. Like when you but my dad's like, oh, it was fun. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a fucking moment, even though it probably should be. Like
it is.
Like twice on I've probably got way more like followers or like gained more fans from that than I would have done from a Mock the Week appearance or whatever. So it's hard to reframe it because it's hard to let go of those things as the goal or like the pinnacle of it. But I think gradually I'm just like teaching myself that it's like the rising tide like lifts all boats.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Type thing, and you just have to be on board with it.
And you've also got to realize that you are on your own thing as well. Like just because someone else has got something, you might get something better than that. It's going to take time, innit?
You can't have anyone else's career. And
but I was saying this like with Adam, because I'm newer. When I started, he was already at that level.
Yes.
So for me, I'm a new guy seeing the pros getting all these things. But when there's other people who've been doing it the same amount of time or longer than him, who haven't got that, they tend to be the ones that are like bitter about it and all that.
But then the ones on my level who I see people getting signed or whatever, and I'm like every gig I'm on, I'm like, I
know, but then they probably look at you and go, oh, why have I not got this gig
and this
here?
is what you just have to reframe it and be like, everyone's looking at you going, oh, he did that or he did that, and then
just focus on your own shit, man. That's what I've
but it is difficult. I think it's very easy to say. Very easy to say.
You have to remind yourself a lot. Constantly. Like I find myself a lot like comedians who are like newer than me doing better gigs than I get. I'm like, fucking why? Like I applied for that and I didn't get that. Fucking I'm doing something wrong. And then I've got an open mic night at Hot Water now.
Yeah,
like,
that's fucking brilliant.
Which is sick. Like, and they're probably all looking at me going, "Oh, why the fuck he's doing that?" Like, but so you have to remind yourself a lot that like.
There's good examples of it. Like, there's people who are really like shining lights of that. Like Paul Smith is just so supportive.
Yeah.
Every person, anytime he's emceeing a hot water, he just comes in the green room, goes, have a good show, have a good show.
Yeah, he's boss.
He cares about that you do well, and he cares about other comedians, and he's so supportive. Same with Adam as well. Same with Dan. Like, and that's what you want it to be, not any of this competition stuff.
Thing is, so it's like that's what's annoying. It's like it shouldn't be a competition. It should be comedians against the audience. Do you get what I mean? Like we're all in this like battlefield together. Like this is our thing. Like we should be helping each other. Yeah. And that.
When we was at Adam's thing, Paul and Laurie was saying to us like, "Oh, it's not a competition," because they're a couple podcast as well. And I was like, the fact that you're even having this competition with us, we've already won. Yeah. Because you used to be going for so long, and I'm like just like learning to speak. Or whatever.
That's funny.
But I was like, it's an industry. It's not a competition. Like, imagine if you went into a shopping mall and there was just one shop.
Yeah.
Like, you need variety.
People get like famine mentality with it. Yeah. They go like, listen to my podcast, and you can't listen to anyone else's. Yeah. Like, there's only 1 hour a week that people can listen to a podcast. Yeah. It's like people are trying to fill so much time in their lives with content. Yeah. That there's arguably more hours for more podcasts to be listened to.
Mental health is like a decline, and we provide laughter.
Yeah. And people are just looking to fill like a void, really. Yeah. Like, I know people who listen to this, Have a Word, another one, Pigoted, you know, like, and they still like probably listen to fit a few more in. Yeah. It's just like there's enough time for everyone to get in and that, and just there's people who've got this like famine mentality of like, oh, if they're not on me, then like fuck it. Like it's mad. It's a mad way to be. But just do your own thing, innit? That's
I'm just trying to like
I've learned from it.
Just have a good time.
Yeah, just have fun.
And I genuinely, and you might not believe in the energy side of things, but I do believe if you're in this higher energy of just like gratitude or whatever, stuff just seems to fly at you. Yeah. Like you're a magnet for it. And it's the same with if you're in a negative headspace. You'll just see everything. Yes, if you're doing
things out of spite. And I think you can turn a bit of annoyance into like a good work ethic and all that stuff. And I have a funny little goal of like, I want to sell out the theatres of all the drama schools that didn't let me in.
Yeah. But that's just a nice way to just be like, fuck yous. I knew I backed myself. That's not, I wouldn't even say that's spiteful. That's more just you going like, I've backed myself from the beginning, and now I'm showing you why you should have got behind me as well. I don't know if it's, I wouldn't say it's spiteful, but yeah.
Well, I'm just like, I haven't got space to be mad or bitter or anything because
I'm too busy now. Doing stuff.
When you're working hard.
Yeah, you don't even notice. Like,
I go, sound, you do you. I'm fucking, I've got shit to do. Like, I haven't got the energy to waste on like worrying about what you're doing anymore. Yeah. So get yourself a hobby if you're fucking thingy. But so I think we're gonna wrap it up today anyway, man.
Lovely episode.
Nice one. Yeah, it was great. Let people know where they can find you.
At Vittorio Angelone on Instagram. It's probably the best place to get me.
You got a YouTube channel? We put that in the description.
YouTube channel, Vittorio's Podcast. I recently renamed it because someone was like, you should call it the name of the podcast. And I was like, all right, because that's all that goes up there.
Yeah.
Vittorio's Podcast. It's not funny, which it might be disappointing.
Might cause a revolution one day, though.
Yeah, true. Well, maybe. The Patreon's funny. The Patreon solo episodes are funny.
Get on the Patreon.
But the interview, it's just people I find really, really interesting. Like we had a chef on. I've had a few comedians on.
I like that though. Like podcasts can just be conversations. They don't have to be like hilarious and all the time.
Like if I have stuff that I want to ask a person, I'll have them on.
Yeah.
And we've got some great guests lined up. Like I've recorded ones recently with Finn Taylor, Sean Walsh, Adam Rowe.
Oh, sick.
Paul Smith's coming on. Like I've got those in the pipeline. But there's comedians you maybe haven't heard of. But I stand behind every episode and go, I really enjoyed that. I found that interesting.
Yeah, man.
And that's all it needs to be for me. So,
and if you enjoy it, then your fans will enjoy it as well.
It's pretty small at the minute, just relaunched in the new year. So
go check it out.
Ground floor, as it were.
Yeah, man.
And
you got
just fucking message me, tell me if whatever, validate me.
Yeah. Go follow him and validate him. We got phase 1 tickets are out last Thursday this month. We've got Barry Dodds, former guests Alex Stringer and James Allen, and Brennan Reese closing, so that'll be a good night.
Have we publicly announced the live show?
No, because the tickets aren't ready yet. But we've sorted the live show out. keep an eye out for the tickets.
A monthly live show, and you'll only be able to watch it by either coming down and watching it in person or on the Patreon.
Yeah. So get on the Patreon because our tickets will be going on there first as well. And Monday nights, Hot Water, open mic night, free entry. Come down, it's a laugh. We had I got an opera singer out the crowd last week to come and close the show, so you never know what's going to happen.
Amazing.
Oh, fuck.
Allergic to
I was going to make it the whole, I'm allergic to shit comedy.
Yeah. And yeah, go sign up to the Patreon. There's stuff happening on there. It's a good party over there. We got people who fucking only watch them. No, found out a couple of people sign up there. I don't even listen to the public ones. I only listen to the Patreon ones.
We started doing like taskmaster, like setting ourselves tasks.
Yeah. So you can go.
Have you got the book?
Yeah, we started doing that, man.
Signed by Alex Horne.
I want Alex Horne to give us a task.
Yes, I've set us a task of writing a country and western song by next week about Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Right.
Also go on Twitter, tag Alex Horne and tell him to give us a task.
Yeah.
Do that. And tell Gary Lineker to get on as well.
Yeah.
And just start calling stuff gay again.
Yeah.
Have a gay old time, like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
But yeah, go follow Vittorio. And he calls you Angelone then. I don't know why.
Angelo Valentino.
Yeah, go follow Angelo Valentino. And the YouTube will be in the description and all that. And take it easy. We'll see you all next week. Nice one.
Bye. Love ya.